Day zero. I am getting ready to leave. It is currently 11:20 Eastern time, and time zones are going to be important throughout this kind of vlog situation because I'm changing time zones. But essentially, yeah, I kind of got ready for the trip. I've been packing slowly. I think I started packing last weekend and kind of slowly made my way. My goal was to pack the least amount of possible. So technically, if you have a look at it, this is what I have. Well, you can see my forehead. Hi. But yeah, this is what I have in terms of luggage for 2 weeks. My goal is going to be to basically use as least as possible, not to have anything heavy to carry, and probably wash my clothes somewhere in San Francisco. I'm gonna have to look for a laundromat or something. But yeah, pretty much I'm gonna be vlogging throughout the trip. In typical Zach fashion, what can go wrong will go wrong. So I was planning to go and use a public transit to get to the airport, but guess what? They're on strike. So they cut the service hours in the middle of the day. My flight is at 5:45, wanted to be there 3 hours in advance, meaning 2:45. So I should have left home at around 1 using public transportation, but yeah. So that's that. Yeah. I think next step is for me to leave in about 10 minutes. My roommate is nice enough to drive me to somewhere closer to the airport so I don't have to pay as much in like taxi or Uber. How do we say Uber? Yeah, Uber. Wow, I was confused for a sec. But yeah, so I don't have to pay as much in Uber fees, and at least it'll start my journey. I just realized I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm starting to be hungry, but I've been awake since like 9. Had forgotten to put my out of office email as well, response, auto reply. So I did that this morning, answered 1 or 2 technically emails for the same client. So, but now I'm turning off the notifications on my phone of any incoming emails or Slack messages or anything like that so that I don't get distracted by work. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the airport. Made it. I am officially landed and in my hotel in Seattle downtown, which honestly was a lot easier to figure out how to get around, considering the fact that we have the internet on phones. And I got an eSIM, so I have data in the States because no, my plan did not automatically cover the States from my plan at home in Canada. Anyway, got here, which is crazy because I'm like, when I think about it, last time I ate was over 12 hours ago. It technically feels like 1 a.m. to me right now, even though it is only 10:30, I want to say. Something like that. Anyway, but I think my goal will be to find a place to eat food, maybe just a fast food or something like that. Because to be fair, I don't want to eat a big meal and then go to bed, be rested for a probably a big day tomorrow of visiting around, walking. Gonna try to hit my 10,000 steps. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We've landed. Made it back home, and I have Subway for food. It's really interesting because I had a situation happen when I got to the Subway. I was ordering, and I said, in typical like French Canadian fashion, instead of saying lettuce, which is probably the most commonly used term, I said salad. And then there were 2 guys at the counter. One of them was like, I don't know what you mean. And then the other one was like, oh, he means lettuce. And then we had a whole conversation about like, well, where I come from. French, English, the whole bit. The guy came from the South. Grew up in like Atlanta, Georgia, something like that. And also taught me, because I thought it was a purely Canadian thing. I was under the impression that nobody used this term outside of like Quebec area and close by provinces. But apparently supper is a term that's used in the States as well. You know, I don't know why, in my head it was like everybody was using the term dinner, and whenever I would use the term supper, it would not make sense or resonate with anybody else. But yeah, they use supper. And you told me that because I was like, oh, it's like the same thing as like saying dinner or supper here in Canada, or there in Canada, because I'm here in Seattle. We use the term supper. So anyway, so yeah, kind of had my first human interaction with somebody who seems to be sort of a local, I guess. Not born and raised, but lives here now. So the things you find when you're traveling and you're a little bit charismatic and trying to make conversation with like strangers. I guess that's a skill.